What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with part two of the explaining the menu for beginners video. And go ahead, like, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to do a video on whatever topic that you want. You just have to tell me what you want. So, we left off with, I believe, talking about this. I had just talked about Facebook friends and syncing your Facebook. You log in and out and it will sync everything up to your current status. If you hit this little street sign to the right of that, that is your basically menu to travel to your other maps. So in the bottom, it says the amount of population that you need to unlock whatever map it is that you want to unlock, and then you'll click whatever city it is that you want to travel to. If you notice, there is a green check mark over some of them, and then there is a little construction hat with some wings on it. That means that I have an epic challenge available on that map that I can start. And the check mark means that I either have buildings, like my shops or whatever, have items to collect. Now, as you can tell, the very top of the screen, it's pretty basic. It says there's these little coins up here. It says regional currencies. If you click on it, it will show you the amount of money that you have per map. To the right of that is your neobank. That is how many Samolians you have. So that would be Omega coins. And if you hit increase capacity, it will show you the items needed to increase the amount that you can hold. To the right of that is your platinum keys. Those are obtained through Contest of Mayors and War. And I think you can get them from the gold chests on your daily rewards. To the right of that is your gold keys. Those are obtained through gift bags, like when you travel to cities, or you can get them from Contest of Mayors, and you can get them from mostly repairing VU disasters. Next to that is your Samolians. This is your main currency for your capital map. That is your coins. And to the right of that is your cash. Cash, in my opinion, should not be used for things like finishing items. They should be used to upgrade your shops and buying buildings that you really want. So spend it wisely. Right below your cash button, there is a little tool with a wrench. That's your settings menu. If you click the music and the sounds, that will turn that stuff off so you don't have to hear the super annoying stuff. And then everything else is pretty basic. Notification settings. That this is for like when you're not on your game. You won't get the notifications for, to collect your stuff. You can sync your save data to either your Google account through your Google Play or your Facebook. That is how you can save it. And let's say that you lose your phone or break it and you reinstall the game. You have to play through the tutorial before you can sync your save data. But once you play through the tutorial, it will ask if you want to log in. You log in, and it will ask if you want to override the city that you're currently playing. You click yes, and it will upload you with the latest data that you had saved. Below that is a street, a little road. There's a bulldozer. This is the thing that you're going to use to draw roads. You should have learned this in your tutorial. Below that is a little traffic sign. This brings you to a different screen. Yellow is basically moderate traffic, meaning you don't have to upgrade, but it's on its way to needing upgraded. It is not causing a decrease in happiness when it is in the yellow. When it is in the red, you will see a little red exclamation mark next to your road, and the Sims will be yelling at you, and you'll have to pay to upgrade it. There's a little bulldozer. You know what that's for. That is to bulldoze whatever road you want. The house below that is how you would build a home. You should have learned this in the tutorial as well. You can build any home on any map. but you are going to need whatever resources it needs. So if you build a cactus home on a capital map, you are going to need to provide the regional resources so that they are not complaining. So keep that in mind. If some people ask me, how come I haven't had a construction zone pop up in a while? If you can only have 3 construction zones out at any one given time. If you have more than 3 construction zones out, it will not allow you to place another one. Now, on this menu, as you can see, there's a little, like a double S symbol here. This shows you your land value. The stuff with the darker blue is higher value, and that means that basically you're going to have higher population in those areas. You have the most specialization coverage there. As you can see near the water, I don't have as much pop boost, so that's why it's less blue. The little construction hat shows, how fancy your homes are, how happy and good they're doing. I have all luxury homes. And if you are somebody who is having difficulty with your houses and placing them, keep in mind that I'll show you. Let's say that you are building a home, okay? And it is asking you for materials that you do not have. You don't have to use those materials specifically. You can click on this here, and this goes for any house. If you click the circle with a line through it right there, it will allow you to change the building requirements to a different building. So maybe you don't want to build on that one yet. You want to transfer it to a different one. It will not transfer it if it is a construction zone. It will only allow you to refresh the items needed. And that is where this refresh button comes in. I hit that, I click OK, I wait a total of 30 minutes, and it will give me a new list of materials used to upgrade. So if it's asking for something super expensive or something that you're having trouble finding, I would just wait the 30 minutes. Now, it's not always 30 minutes. So like if you click refresh, and I'll show you guys, watch. See how it has the timer going for 30 minutes. I can either pay the cash, which I would not do, or I can click the little video symbol and it will make you watch a 30-second commercial, and then boom, there's your new building materials. So it's certainly a lot easier than, trying to find 10 flour or something. So keep that in mind, that is always an option. Below this is your store, and you can purchase these. I recommend purchasing them as needed. I would purchase, especially early on, I would make sure that you get the donut shop and the farmer's market because they're crucial in your production. Your factory button. Now, you're going to want to upgrade your factories as quickly as possible because the more items you can produce, the faster and more money you're going to make, okay? The very first one, this is the one you get for free and that you start off with. Now, this one has 3 slots, as you can see, it says right there. Production slots is 3. This one, production slots is 4. And this one, production slots is 5. Now, this one, the production slots is 5 as well. Now, if you look, this one costs 20,000, this one costs 50,000. Okay? The pollution radius is 6 by 6. The pollution radius is nothing. That is the only difference in these two, is that the brown square on the ground that causes the Sims to complain is non-existent on the Nano Factory, which means you can put it right next to a house if you want. I personally don't think that is worth $30,000 for 11 damn factories. Okay, and it's green. That's the only other difference. So that's totally up to you if that's something that you want to do. I just went ahead and stayed with the high tech factory. You are absolutely going to want to use the high tech factory. You don't want to settle with the mass production factory. This is also for contest of mayor's tasks, but for production as well, making 5 items is always better than making 4. Below that is your little government service button. And here on the very top row, this is your power, your service demand. You can purchase power. At the very end of each of these tabs, there is an Omega resource. This provides 100 services to all homes on your map, not just Omega homes. Very beneficial to start trying to power your city eventually with all Omega, because like this one, these take up a lot of space and they can get quite spendy. The second row, you have police and health and fire. You already know what that's for. That's, to make sure that you guys have the coverage that you need. The government tab here, this is where you're going to find your city storage, which if you're having issues with your population, your 99% happiness, a lot of people don't know, but if you have your city storage near a home, it will actually lower your happiness. So make sure that that is not something that you have near your residence. The city hall is where you're going to collect your taxes. The mayor's mansion is where you're going to look at your city achievements and collect cash as you complete them. The Department of Epic Projects is the Department of Epic Project Tower. It has a timer on the very top. It will tell you when your next epic is available, and it will show you the amount of tokens that you have in the bank, as you would put it. Your Neo Bank, that holds your Neo Samolians. The Omega Lab is a lab where you make, in order to get Neo items, you go to these little processing units, you pay 7,000 coins, and it will do something like this. It'll say a timer on when the canister is complete. Now, because I don't have any Omega homes available, it's only going to make small canisters. If I were to have more Omega homes, it would either do small, medium, or large. Large costs like 50 cash to open, and they can take up to like 8 hours to open and like 6 hours to process. So the small ones give you 1 Omega item and 2 regular items. The medium one gives you 2 Omega items and like 3 regulars. And then the larger one gives you, I believe, 3 Omega items, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. I haven't done it in a while. But either way, right now I don't build Omega. I only do this for Contest of Mayors, so it doesn't matter to me that they're smaller. But keep that in mind. This right here is your, once you complete the canister, you will collect it and you will put it into this thing. It will go on a timer and you'll be able to collect it. You hit open. This is the Omega item that you receive, and these are the 2 regulars. Now, when I go back and I click this here, it says Control Net. Anytime you build an Omega residence, just like the services, Omega does not require police, fire, or health. It requires a control net, which is similar. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to put a green square on the ground, and the homes have to be within the coverage zone. And then it's going to have drones. The drones do not have to be near the home. They just have to be somewhere on the map. And then it'll say, you need 4 drones for 4 homes, okay? And then that is where the drones tab comes in. The small one does a capacity of 4, and the larger one does 20. So that'll cover 20 houses. Below that, these are all your specialization categories here. So If you want to purchase parks, schools, things like that, you'll go to this menu. If you see a little purple dot next to it, that means that there is something new and or on sale in that category. If you click it, it'll show the limited time buildings here. It'll say limited time. It'll show anything that you have in storage. If you click on the building, it'll show the area that it covers, the population boost percentage, and then if you see right there, it says in storage 3. Yes, it says the number 3 here, but the reason that they put it there as well is because for whatever reason, once you hit 9, it doesn't say it on the menu. I'll show you. So right here it says 9 plus, but I actually have 88 in my storage. So keep that in mind when you store a lot and you're like, oh, it says 9 plus. How many do I have? You just click it and it's right there. Your landscape tab, this one you do not have to pay for a department in order to unlock, whereas education and transportation, gambling, landmarks, you have to pay. Entertainment, you have to pay for the entertainment HQ to be able to purchase any other buildings. This usually is around 40,000 coins. To unlock it, you'll place it down on your map, and then if you want to, I personally don't like the look of the HQs, so I store them, and you do not need them on your map in order to place other buildings. So if you don't like the look of it, I would store it and be done with it. Now, anytime that you are purchasing a specialization building, the first thing that you want to consider is 1, yes, the appearance and what it is you're purchasing. 2, the amount of population that it boosts. And 3, the amount of epic points that it's worth. Now, every building that you purchase in a specialization category, not parks and not landmarks, or landscape, but casinos, education, things like that, they are going to say, the third one down is going to say epic points. And it's going to have a little gold star. And see how that one says 1? That means that that's a 1-pointer. That's what I call it. Now, when you start your epic project, it's going to ask you for items, and it's going to give you points every time you donate. That building's only worth 1 point. They go up to a total of 5. So typically, on average, you're going to want to buy buildings that are worth 3 epic points. So 3 pointers. Some of them are worth 4. The hotspots, which are regional hotspots, they're explained in another video. Those fully upgraded can go up to 5 epic points. But typically, if you're in the transportation category, you're probably going to be purchasing the heliport, which is worth 3 points. It does a 50% pop boost, and it only costs 20 gold keys. And it's only 4 squares. But something like this, see how it says 1.5? That means that if I were to upgrade it, it can go up to 5 epic points. Always keep in mind that with this game, you want to read your menus. It's super, super important. A lot of the stuff that people do or ask or have trouble with, it's actually really self-explanatory if they would just kind of look around and do some research. That covers everything that's on your main screen here. So this is your depot. This is where you're going to sell the items that you make or buy. And if you want to leave the money sit there, you can until you're ready to collect it. If somebody on Global has purchased this item, it will show up like this. If somebody from your group has purchased it, it will show their name and whatever your group symbol looks like. As you can see, some of them have a purple shield. Those are war items. They can only be sold within the club, so only club members can buy them. There will be a blue little global symbol on anything that is advertised to the global market. This means that right now, this item is being advertised out here on Global, the HQ. So anybody can be accessing my depot right now. So if someone in my group is asking me for an item and I have something in here that's advertised and I post that item they asked for, it could potentially be bought by somebody off the global market. So you want to make sure that that person is at your depot before you post it. If you don't have anything advertised, then what you would want to do is when you're putting something up for sale, there is a little blue square right here. It says advertise 12 hours. You click off that square and then you can put on sale. That item is not advertised. However, I do have the hamburgers advertised, so people can still access my depot and still purchase anything that I have up besides war items. So if you are not wanting anybody to access your depot, make sure you always click off that global button. If you are trying to sell something for a small amount, you don't want to sell it for max. Let's say you're trying to help somebody out. Let's say I wanted to sell like 2 light bulbs, but I want to put them up for pennies. I would lower it like this. Not some people, what they'll do is they'll go, okay, I'm selling so and so, 3 light bulbs, so they go up to 3 and then they lower the price that way. Don't do that. That takes longer. Go all the way to the 1, bring it down to 1, and then add the quantity, and that way it goes much quicker. You can actually check your inventory when you're not in your city. You didn't used to be able to do that. This here is your airport. You will upgrade this as you upgrade your population. So first you will upgrade Paris, then London, then Tokyo. What this means is if I donate the items it's requesting, it will give me the coins below it in return for those items, and then I hit ship and it will give me the reward, which is a baguette, 1 baguette, which I can upgrade a Paris home with. Or it's for doing your contest of mayors assignments. Now, same with the London and the Tokyo. If I hit new shipment, it will make me wait 18 hours. I hit accept. It will give me a new set of items. I can either pay cash to bring that in immediately or wait the 17 hours for the new shipment. Most of the time, these are a ripoff, so unless you're somebody who's building those homes or doing contest of mayors, I wouldn't even mess with it. This is your shipment dock here. Same exact concept. You're going to do your shipments, and except for this one, always gives you 1 gold key. As most of you know, this is your contest of mayors tower. This is where your assignments are. Okay. When you want to start an assignment, you hit start. Right here, the timer will start. You have that amount of time to complete the assignment. Once you complete it, you can collect the rewards. So it says I need to earn, 19,000 Samolians. I go here, I collect some money like this until I reach 19,000. And that's why, a lot of people will save this so that when they have assignments pop up, they can go ahead and get those done fairly quickly. See how I have a green check mark? That means I completed the assignment, and now I hit claim. And so right now it says golden tickets used, 6 out of 15. That means that I have used up the total amount of assignments that they provided, and that I can use my gold tickets, which I have 98 of. I can use up to 15 tickets to add an extra assignment to kind of secure my place on the leaderboard. So every 5 days, a new contest starts. You are randomly selected with a total of 100 players, and those players all get the same amount of assignments that you get at the same difficulty that you get, because you're put in with the same level people, within the same difficulty. You're not going to be put in with level like 18. If you're level 98, you're going to be in with people around that level to make it fair. Now, on the left side here, You see the 53? That's my rank. If I click that, I have to hit a total amount of 200,000 plum bob points in order to go up in rank. And that would be my rewards. I'd get 2 golden tickets and 5 platinum keys. Below it is the leaderboard. This will change each week, and you will be randomly thrown in with 100 people. As you can see, these are their scores. Anybody 80 or below will be demoted down to the league before this. Anything in the white zone here will not receive a prize and will not be booted, will not be demoted. Anybody above this to the 11th place will receive the small prize and will remain in this league. Anybody that is within the top 10 will receive the prize in which they're ranked. So first prize, grand prize, they will receive the grand prize, and so on. And then they will be promoted into the top mega league, because right now I'm in Metro. Now, you used to have to go up in the leagues in order to claim the mayor's buildings. Now that's not how it works. You just do the points and you go up on your mayor's pass. Now, leagues, they start at the bottom. These are this is the prize that you are seeing here is the first place prize. So the neighborhood league is the very first one, and you will work your way up. Right now I'm in Metro, so I would have to hit in the top 10 to go up to the mega league. So that pretty much covers that. Now, when you're in a group, okay, and you hit the chat button, this brings you up to your group chat. You can type, talk to club members. This right here is the challenge tab. Everybody that is logged into your group and has completed an assignment while being logged into your group, their points are put in, they're accumulated up as a group, and they're put in to like a chest. Let's just put it that way. And you can go up, the club will go up in rank, and you will rank up until the end of COM, and then everybody that's logged into the group and has contributed at a minimum of 3,000 points will be able to claim the group reward. As you can see, St. Clair, she has 58,000. Anybody under here, see how it says claim your chest when the challenge has ended. Anybody that has not reached at least 3,000 points will not be able to complete or claim our chest. Now, right now, we're at the blue chest. So the rewards, it shows you the !6. That's just a random rare count. So it can be mountain, beach, storage, VU, dozer. So it's going to randomly give us 6 rares, 2 gold tickets, and 30 cash. If we go up to the purple one, it's going to give us 15 random rares, 4 gold tickets, and 120 cash. A lot of people are looking for high pointers to accumulate to get the legendary chest. Now, if you are somebody who goes to multiple clubs and you leave, you do not lose your plum bum points that you've put in. What happens is, if you join our club and you do a 3,000K assignment, and you're in our club when you claim that assignment, those points go towards our chest. Let's say that you leave our club, you wake up in the morning, you boot up your game. You're not in our club at the moment, but Contest of Mayors has ended. If you click the tower in the water, it will automatically claim your rewards for Contest of Mayors, and you will automatically forfeit your chest. However, if you do not click the tower, and you click the chat bubble, and you log straight into the group before you collect your rewards, and you log into our group, then you will be able to claim the group chest without forfeiting your rewards. So always make sure not to claim your group chest beforehand. The members tab, you know what that is for. If you are president or vice president, you will have to come to this menu in order to remove players. You didn't used to have to be able to do that, but now this is the only menu that you can remove them on. You see the little 3 dots on the right-hand side. You'll click that. You can either remove player, or if you're the president, you can demote the player, block messages, or promote. So if you need to remove somebody, click the Members tab and click Remove. Now, if you're in war, you cannot, there's nobody else allowed in or out and for the duration of the war. If you click Browse, this will be where you can browse other clubs. If you click the refresh button, it will obviously refresh the list. Search, this is where you can type in your club's group code or name to search for it. And this is the FAQ section where they explain pretty much everything I'm telling you. Now, I think that pretty much covers just the basic rundown of the game. This little star here is your war screen. It says disasters you can launch. If I had war items, it would show me there on which ones I had the war items for. I click the little eye and it'll show me the little card that I can launch. If I hit go to war map, this is the war screen. I have a little purse up here with a little red dot. This is your war store. I can pay 1,000 war Samolians and get a total of 5 binoculars, and I can purchase that a total of 10 times. Each time I purchase it, the price goes up. If I purchase one of the cards, I only get 1 card, and I can purchase that one a total of 5 times. That's why it says 0 out of 5. Up above it is a little timer. That is when the store will refresh. And the little purple money symbol up here, that is your war Samolians. Now, on the right-hand side, there's a little speaker here. This shows you your opponent, their city, and which city is attacking for the most points. Right here is your battle booster inventory. So if you have any battle boosters, they'll be in here. These are your war cards. This is your collection of war cards, and this is a menu where you go to upgrade. See how this one says upgrade, and it says 142 over 20. That means I have 142 cards, and it only costs 20 to upgrade it once. Now, this one says 16 out of 30. That means that I don't have enough. I need 14 more to be able to upgrade it. Now, if I go down to this is your personal reward. So when you launch attacks in war, you only get the rewards that you earn. So right now I have 3 bronze and I'm on my way to 1 silver chest. If somebody else did more points than me, their screen will look different. They may have collected 3 gold chests. It goes off your score solo. Now, this is your overall war score for your club. Now, what you get when your club wins, you will get the victory reward. If you click right here, it'll show you the arenas. Now, victory rewards. This is the arena that we're in. It says 5 plat keys, 50 cash, 5,000 war Samolians, and then it says which battle boosters it unlocks. So if we win, which we're not going to win this round, but if we were to win, everybody would receive the victory reward. And then you get your solo prize, which is whatever you have earned on your own, which is right there. This trophy here is the ranking of all the clubs in the world, who is in the top and where your club ranks on the leaderboard. And this right here is the backed FAQ section. So up at the very top is your energy. You need a certain amount of energy to launch. If you click on a city, it shows you your medium attacks, your class L attacks, extra large. If you hold down, it will show you which war items are needed to launch it, the damage it's going to do, the points you're going to earn, and the cost of energy. So this one costs 6 energy. So I could launch that one. If I had the items, I could launch that one twice because I have 12 energy. Energy regenerates slowly over time. There are boosters to slow down your opponent's energy or boosters to speed up your energy. So there's a lot of ways that people play. It's very strategic. I'm not really going to do a whole thing about that right now, but that's the gist of the rundown on the menu. I hope it helped you guys. I know how frustrating games can be when you're first starting out and everything just looks so overwhelming. So I'm going to go ahead and end this part 2 video and try to get this other video put out there for you guys. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to answer them.